Everybody needs a sweet old auntie, right? Having one, it just would be nice. 'Cause everybody needs a sweet old auntie, right? So welcome to Aunties Advice. Hey y'all, this is Auntie and I am so glad you are here. I am coming out here to do a review of Shahs of Sunset. This is a show that I have been watching since day one. I absolutely love it. I love the characters who are here. They are absolutely colorful and flawed, just like every other person. Most of these people who are on this show are Persian, and they have come into this country to live the American dream, and they are doing sometimes above and beyond that. Some of their families have been exiled from their countries, and so they're here for a better life, and now they've grown up, and they are the Shahs of Sunset. We as we go through this, we will go through the host of characters and we'll talk about each one of them and how Auntie sees them. If this is your first time being here, I am Auntie. Thank you so much for being here. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. If you are one of my nieces and nephews who have been here since birth, I appreciate you. You know I do. Today is my birthday, you all. Gotta say a shout out to myself. I am 50-some years old and I am loving every minute of it. Never thought that I would see this day, but I have. And I am gracious to God for everything that He has done in my life, and I'm grateful to Him for everything that you all have been. Thank you so much for allowing me to be part of your lives and part of your family lives, and just doing these reviews and having fun. I thank you so much. Please remember when you watch this that these are my opinions and my comments only. But please feel free to comment below. If you disagree, please be disagreeable, which means you don't have to cuss me out and call me a fat bitch, okay? Alrighty, so anyway, we're going to go ahead on and get into this. We see MJ, Mercedes, sitting there in her apartment with her boyfriend Tommy. Tommy is off the hook. He's one of them country bumpkins, okay, that landed somewhere in California some kind of way. I don't know, how he's come, but he's migrated them his damn self. And they are just the odd couple. They are together. They are reckless with one another. They break up to make up, and they're all off the chain. Mercedes has a really colored past. She did not have a really good relationship with her mom, Vida. Vida talks to her like she's, just basically nothing. The relationship between the mom and daughter are really tumultuous, and it is sometimes sad to even see the relationship between the two of them. But anyway, they function with each other. I don't believe that I've ever seen an episode where Vida, the mom, has said anything positive to MJ. But anyway, I digress so that we can move on. She's moved into a condo that needed some construction, and so stuff is all over the place. MJ says that she loves it that way. Mercedes, okay, she says that she loves it that way, that she wants to hang a banner up and just wave it around in the world. And you know what, her life is chaotic right now. Unfortunately, her dad has suffered a stroke, and she's been trying to assist with the care of her father. And when we all get to be a certain age, if our parents are around, we find ourselves having to support them and to take care of them. And that is one of the things that Mercedes right now has found herself doing. And she wants this life. She wants this Brady Bunch life. She wants to be able to merge her family together, and she's very hopeful about having that. She admits that she's crazy, and I agree with her. She's crazy as hell, and most of her problems that she deals with them through a bottle of alcohol, whether it be tequila, vodka, gin, or scotch. It doesn't make a difference to her. As long as she can transform herself through alcohol into another world, to deal with those issues that become hard and stressful for her. That's what she's going to do. That's just what she's going to do. She wants to have a baby with this guy, Tommy, but that's kind of been on the back burner. She's frozen her eggs, and they got engaged last time. Miss Vida does not like them. Unfortunately for her, she lives in the same apartment building with her mother. And why MJ decided to do that just shows you the craziness and the imbalance that's in her life. Her mother treats her like crap, and she treats her mother like crap. But you know what? Anyway, I'm going to go ahead on and digress off of MJ for a minute and move on to someone else. Now we see Mike. Mike was married to Jessica. She was an American girl who ended up converting to Judaism so that she could marry him. She did all of that last season. She married him, and he ended up cheating on her. It was alleged that he was cheating with multiple women, including African American women. And so he's one of those very nice looking Persian guys who lives well above his means, pretends that he is all that in a bag of chips, and he really is not. He is struggling, and or has been struggling. At the reunion, Reza came forward and talked about, you know, how old his car was, and you know, him just having a whole lot of pompous dance, and really there was no substance to him. He in the fourth season, he was working with Reza, and as a real estate agent. He allegedly was selling corporate real estate before, and then he got into homes with Reza, and the friendship just dissolved. Of course, like I told you before, they break up to make up, and so of course they grew up as brothers, and they're very tight, and so they got back together. But right now, Mike has left out of the home that he was living with his wife Jessica. They are now separated, and he has Reza coming over to help him decorate the apartment. He says that, you know, there's nothing like a gay man's touch, and that Reza has, you know, really expensive taste, and he does. And so Mike just wants to again give the appearance of that, you know, he's doing well and life is good for him. But in the inside, Mike is broken because last season he was trying to get back with Jessica, and Jessica allegedly started messing with some hood brat guy that Mike, Reza, or nobody else wanted to touch. Okay, as crazy as they are, nobody wanted to touch the relationship that Jessica found herself in. She just basically, you know, gave up on him when he cheated on her. And it took Mike a long time to say and to recognize and to own up to his mistakes. But you know what? Eventually he did. And as a result of it, he still lost his girl. So next we see Reza. He meets with Asa. Asa is a wannabe black girl. She's dating Jermaine Jackson. And I guess he's Jermaine Jackson Jr. I don't know who the hell he is. I ain't never heard of him before other than on this show. He's definitely not the Jackson 5 of the Jackson 5. But anyway, she's dating a Jackson. And to her, that means everything. She does the weirdest shit. She sells, excuse my language, she sells diamond water. She sells caftans. She's the savior of her family. She's taking care of her mama, her daddy, her brother, her aunts, her niece, her nephews, everybody. Also, let her tell it. She's naive. She is the brighter morning star. She's the rose of Sharon, boo. Let me tell you, Asa's all that. So she comes and she meets Reza at a restaurant, and she has a caftan on, and he sits down and he's like, hey girl, I ain't talked to you in a while, you know, whoop whoop whoop. And she pulls her caftan back to reveal that she's pregnant. And so Reza is ecstatic. He is screaming, and he's like, I just saw her, and she wears a caftan all the time, and she didn't look pregnant to me. And he's la 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 la. I don't know what that means, but it means something to the Persians because he does it all the time. I don't know if it's a celebratory song that they sing or whatever it is, but Reza's the only one that seems to be the one singing it and chanting it. Anyway, so she's talking about, she's pregnant and she's 5 months pregnant. She alleges that the doctor told her not to say anything about it, and and so she didn't, she wanted to get past her trimesters or whatever the case may be. And I'm just like, Reza, Asa, you full of crap. I just, I like Asa and I don't like Asa. The next thing we see is MJ's mother coming over to MJ's apartment, and she's coming to visit. She gets into talking to MJ and criticizing her about, how nasty her apartment is, and Tommy get to screaming. Tommy is screaming because he's like, look, she's got a lot going on. The place needs to be renovated, and she's taking care of her mother. Get the hell up out of here. You always have something negative to say about MJ. The mother gets upset because, she feels like Tommy's being disrespectful. She tells MJ she's not coming back to the house anymore as long as he's there. Good. Good. Ain't gonna hurt nobody. You right across the way. Good. The mom Vita never has anything good to say about Mercedes. I like Tommy in Mercedes' life, in MJ's life, because he protects her. She finally has somebody who's on her side, who's protecting her and making sure that she is okay. I'm sorry, but I'm feeling the relationship between Tommy and MJ. They're really sexual animals. MJ is half naked all the time. She has one of those big old butts. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure she's had some work done. Her breasts are always out. She is who she is. And one thing about her is she doesn't make an apology about who she is. She doesn't fake and try to be something that she is not. And she is a jealous-hearted person, however. But anyway, I digress because we're not there yet. So the next thing we see is Miss GiGi. Lord Jesus, you talk about somebody don't like somebody. Like, I'm really not feeling GiGi. I'm trying to feel GiGi. She alleges that she, is now trying to get her life together. She has been on. Okay, GiGi has a drinking problem. Everybody know that GiGi had a drinking problem. It was allegations going out there that she was on drugs as well. Popping pills and drinking. She's very hot-tempered. She's very spoiled. She indicates that she had been bullied, and this is the reason why she acts the way that she acts. And she's quick to try to cut somebody, but I'm gonna tell you right now, she run up against the right person. Pull a blade out if you want to. Pull it out. She is the bully in the group as far as the females are concerned, and last season it just got out of hand. She made allegations that there was a videotape of Reza doing some inappropriate sexual behavior with another person in the gym, and it just split the group up, and nobody really wanted to film with GiGi. And so we see GiGi at a meditation place. She says that she entered into a rehab center, and now she's getting her life together. They're laying on the floor on mats, and it's like a meditation type yoga. People are laying out and they screaming to the top of their damn lungs, and she's like, it scared me. The lady tells them that they basically kind of need to move and reflect on their lives, and that's what GiGi says that she's doing. One of the things that I thought that the lady said, she said forgiveness is an act of self-love. And it absolutely is. And she's telling them that, think of someone that you need to forgive. GiGi says that, first of all, she forgives herself. She forgives herself for not having self-love. And that's true, because, when you are a type of person who is going through some type of arthritis that she was having in her hands. She was telling her friends that she had chemotherapy and all of this kind of stuff. She just made it out to be too much. And Reza, the dog that he is, was biting down on that bone and would not let that bone go. He wanted to prove to the whole group that she did not need chemotherapy, nor was she taking chemotherapy. GiGi wanted attention, but she wanted attention in all the wrong places. And that's exactly what she got. She got the back of everybody's hand and the back of everybody's ass. Nobody really cared about GiGi. Her behavior just, you know, if you said anything to her, she was extremely confrontational. And so now, you know, she's saying that she's turned a new leaf. I'm hoping that she's turned a new leaf, but I doubt it. I think that she's turning a new leaf for the moment so that she can stay on the show and keep that damn Bravo paycheck. But you know what? I don't have proof to prove it. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. So the next person that we see is Asa at her doctor's appointment. I don't know where the hell Jermaine is, but the mother's there. And she's looking at the baby and she's talking about that Jermaine is vegan raw and that she's going to, you know, raise the baby up vegan. She goes on to talk about, you know, try to make a comparison between gorillas and being healthy Americans or healthy people. The hell is that? You know, I almost kind of wanted to get a little offended by it because I'm like, you know what, you don't even know what you're talking about, girl. Please shut up and sit the hell down. I could not understand it, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all, I could not understand it. You don't compare a human being to a daggone gorilla or a monkey because they're vegetarians and you're saying that they're strong. If someone was to say something like that about your baby, when your baby came out, compared your baby to a gorilla, you would see also just how ignorant that damn comment was. But anyway, you know, the baby's on the screen and she's talking about, you know, how healthy she's going to be with the baby. Girl, bye. Shut up, Asa. Girl, shut up. Just have your baby. I'm hoping that this season is not a season that's just going to be all about Asa getting pregnant. Because I tell you what, I have enjoyed Shahs of Sunset for the last 5 seasons. Let season 6 be all about Asa and see if I won't be out of there. Bravo, I'm telling you, you better talk to your editors and make sure that this stuff is edited so that we can see the lives of other people. Anyway, so we see Sherman. Sherman, he is in his little house and everything. Sherman be living a life, okay? He's nice looking. He's dating, you know, the girl, I think her name is Annalise, and he's still dating her. And they went out on the date, and it looked like the date went bad, but they ended up staying together. Who would have thought? So he's having a dinner at his house with all the boys and everything. And it's like, okay, you know, Reza comes and he's like, you want some barbecue or whatever, you know. And Reza's like, I don't eat no foreign meat, you know, whatever. Reza, bye. Wait a minute. But before I get to that, Reza and MJ got together and they ended up going to this place to get their buttholes bleached. They went and got their butts waxed and their buttholes bleached. I thought that was the nastiest thing on God's green earth. I didn't think it was funny. I thought it was a TMI. It was just too much information. And you know what? It just really wasn't even too much information. It was too much ass. I just really didn't want to see it. I thought it was totally inappropriate. Why the producers would keep that in, I don't know. Maybe they thought that that was humorous, but I didn't find any humor in it at all. So anyway, I'm going to move off of that. Next, like I said, we see Sherman and he's having a barbecue, and then they start talking about GiGi. And you know, Mike, who has been the one who's always gotten the back of GiGi's ass, is now, you know, standing up for her and saying that she's together. Sherman always been her friend, but Mike is like, you know, she all right, y'all. You know, she doing what she doing with the whoop whoop and the boop boop boop. And I'm like, okay, Mike, you know what? Whatever's clever. If that's what you think, okay. And so Reza's like, I don't want to see her. I don't like her. I don't appreciate what she did, the rumors she put out there. And that's one thing about rumors. When you put a rumor out there about a person, it's out there in the universe. It's out there on cyberspace. It's out there on social networks. And it's hard to dispel a rumor once it gets out there about you. And so I feel Reza in this case. You know what I'm saying? I truly, truly do. So Mike is talking about, you know, having his housewarming party because he wants to prove to everybody that everything is okay without him being with Jessica. Mike, sit your ass down. Okay? Mike, be real. Just be who you are. God dang, we still going to accept you. Ain't nobody judging you but you. You know, so you didn't make the mark. You missed the mark. So what? Life goes on. But stop perpetrating a fraud, trying to act like everything is together, and then you broke and penniless, and they got a car with the daggone vinyl in there peeling off. Boy, boss. Anyway, so he's having a housewarming party, and Reza says, okay, I got a friend that can do it for you. I don't know how many of you all have seen the People Couch, but there were two sisters who were Persian who did the People Couch. Well, come to find out that one of them, I think her name is Desi, is a designer. I mean, is a party planner. Who would have thought it? Who would have thunk it? So anyway, you know, she plans the party. They have the party that night. At the party, Asa reveals to everybody at the party that she's pregnant, and so MJ sees it. The thing about it was when Asa first came in the house, of course, you know, she had a little jacket, little caftan jacket on. Excuse me. When I talk fast, I yawn, y'all. I'm not tired. So anyway, she comes in there, you know, she's hiding her belly, and MJ's having a conversation with Reza and a couple of other people. And when Asa comes in the house, you know, they're like, oh, Asa's here. And MJ's like, who cares? Who gives a damn? Because you know what? MJ doesn't like her because MJ feels like that she has exposed her relationship, so why can't Asa expose her? I agree. I totally agree. Now, this guy, Jermaine, he wants to remain private. He doesn't want to say anything, you know, because, you know, she's with a Jackson, which is something somebody said at the party. Oh, she's pregnant by a Jackson. Let me tell you something. That name carries as much name as my name. Okay? Ain't nobody checking for the Jacksons no more. Stop playing. Okay? Whatever. So, you know, after a while, you know, they all socializing and stuff, and Asa reveals that she's pregnant, and MJ loses her goddamn mind. MJ is, you know, she's already doesn't like Asa. She has an issue with Asa, but she goes over there and she has tears in her eyes and she's hugging Asa, and she's like, where you gonna live? And Asa's like, I'm gonna live where I live, and he's gonna live where he live at. Basically what Asa is saying, he don't give a damn about me, you know what I'm saying? We just having sex, and I popped up and I was pregnant. We've been together 6 years. He ain't asked me to marry him yet, and you know what, I'm gonna fake it out to you, and I ain't gonna let you know how really hurt I am that this man hasn't proposed to me yet. You know what I'm saying? So MJ is like, okay, give me a hug, and they hug and everything, and MJ is crying. MJ is devil cotton freaking stated. So she goes downstairs now, and she's down there as she walks up to the bartender, and MJ's like, give me whatever you got. I don't give a rat's ass what's in it. I don't care if it's a worm in it, a squirrel in it. I don't care if it's dog doo in it. I need something to drink. And so the bartender gives it to her. She's down there, you know, trying to get herself together because she's devastated that Asa got pregnant before her. And so Mike comes over and he wants to console her, and he's like, if you want to have a baby, go ahead and have one. What are you waiting on? And MJ's like, I don't want a baby, you know, I want to be married first and all this old bull crap. Come on, MJ, last season you was going out getting your man's sperm count check, you was freezing your eggs and some more stuff, and you gonna sit up here and act like you ain't mad, that you ain't player hating because Asa's pregnant? Okay, all right, MJ, if that's what the hell you want us to believe, that's what we believe. Yup, we believe that. So anyway, you know, she's crying and everything. She's all emotional, and Reza sees her from across the room, and Reza and MJ go way, way back. They go way back. So Reza's like, who would have known that she was going to act like this, that it was going to go this far? And so MJ is just like boohoo crying and everything. She's just acting a straight drama queen. And Reza takes her out. She sits out on the curb and she's like, I want a baby. I want a baby too. I don't want to be, I want a baby. So, you know, it's that type of thing. And it's just like, you know, it's so unfortunate because MJ already has a boatload of stuff that's going on with her, and we'll talk about that next. I'll come right back out, and because I'm going to marathon this so that we can catch up to what's going on with the season right now. But it's unfortunate because MJ did not really receive the love and the support that she needed from her mom. Right now, she's taking care of her father, who's very sick and has had a stroke, and it's going to be really interesting on what this season is going to give us. Reza, I forgot to say that Reza went and was playing tennis with Adam. And Adam is Reza's husband. He's pleased that him and Adam are together, and then he calls him honey. You know, he took Adam through some stuff to get married. Um, Decided at the last minute he wasn't going to get married and flew all his friends out, you know, for the wedding. That didn't happen. Came back and then they got married, and he really took Adam through some stuff. And now Adam wants to have a baby. He wants him and Reza to have one. And one of the things that Reza said that I again try not to take offense to was that Adam was talking about him and his mom being really good at tennis, and Reza asked him, oh, they had tennis courts in Oklahoma. How narrow-minded of you, Reza. Reza is one of my favorite characters on the show, but sometimes he says stuff that just has me kind of, you know, looking at him a little sideways like that. But anyway, it's going to be an interesting season. Y'all please stick in here with me. I'm going to come back and I am going to do another review on Shahs of Sunset, and we're going to discuss that in great length. But this was episode 1, season 6, Miracle Baby. Thank you all for being here. Again, please like, comment, and subscribe.